Welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we are going to look at trigonometry. So when we say trigonometry, we mean a branch of mathematics which deal with finding distances and angles of objects. So we use trigonometry to find length and angles. In most of the trig questions are in right angle triangle, as you see on the board on the screen, A, B, C. So right angle triangle also try to use what is known as Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem, for you to use it, you need to identify the longest side, which is called hypotenuse. So the longer side of a right angle triangle, the C, is the hypotenuse. Then the one facing the angle given is the opposite, and the other side is called the adjacent. So Pythagoras theorem states that hypotenuse square, which is BC square, is equal to sum square of the other side, adjacent square AB square plus the opposite square AC square. So if you use the letters on the triangle to be C square is equal to B square plus A square. Good. That is Pythagoras theorem. Again, we can use trigonometry ratio using triangle ABC. If you have the trig ratios, so means sine theta, which is opposite over hypotenuse. So using this triangle to be B over C. Then it comes to CA, which is cos theta, and cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is A over C. Then we have TOA, which is tan theta, opposite over adjacent, which is A over B. So these three trig ratios, we should identify it and use it to work. Always to identify the side given the question, then you ask yourself, what am I looking for? Then you know the trig ratio we are going to use. Okay, so let's look at how we can find distances. Finding length and distances. Length and distances can be calculated with Pythagoras theorem. However, Pythagoras theorem is applicable when two sides of the right angle triangle are given, only and only if two sides are given. When an angle and a side is given, we cannot use Pythagoras theorem. We then use trigonometry. So let's consider this. We have triangle ABC. It's a right angle triangle. We have been given AC to be 12 meters, AB is 5 meters. Then we are asked to calculate the length BC and also find the angle theta. So using that triangle given ABC and Pythagoras theorem, you know that AB square plus AC square will give us BC square. So you put in the numbers, you get 5 square plus 12 square is equal to BC square. So 5 square is 25, then 12 square is 144 is equal to BC square. So if you sum 25 plus 144 gets 169 is equal to BC square. So find square root of both sides, we get BC is equal to 13. So here will give us 13. So because it's 13, if we use sine theta, which will be opposite, which is 12, over hypotenuse, which is 13. So it will be sine theta is 12 over 13. So to find theta, we find sine inverse of 12 over 13, which will give us 67 degrees. Okay, let's look at work examples. In this example, we are going to find the length and distance, and the distance or the length we are going to find is the height. So find the value of cm, which is the same as the height of the triangle here. So we have 30 degrees at this side, 30 degrees here. So, and we have length AB is 50 meters. Note that this one is not dividing this into two. So first let AM, which is AM, equal to X. Then MB equal to Y. So here will be X, and here will be Y. Then CM is H. So therefore, if we sum this X and Y, we get 50. So X plus Y is equal to 50. So we are going to use half of the triangle, this side, which is ACM. So using triangle ACM, the opposite will be the one facing the angle, it will be the H. So to be tan 30 is H over X. Is H over X, which is opposite, which is H, over S, which is the adjacent. So we multiply both sides by the X, so we get X tan 30 is equal to H. Then you divide both sides by tan 30, so you get S is equal to H over tan 30. So then you split the H out, so X will be 1 over tan 30 H. So S is equal to 1 over 0.557 H. So S is equal to 1.733 H. So we also do the other side using triangle CMB. So this side, we are using this side. The angle is 60, is facing the same height with the adjacent Y. So tan 60 is equal to H over Y. So we multiply through by Y, so you get Y tan 60 is equal to H. So Y is equal to, dividing both sides by tan 60 is equal to H over tan 60. So it will be 1 over tan 60 H. We get 1 over 1.732 H. So we get Y is equal to 0.577 H. Okay. So we know that S plus Y is equal to 50. Our X is 1.733 H. Our Y is 0.577 H. So you substitute them, it's equal to 50. So if you sum 1.733 plus 0.577, we get 2.31 H is equal to 50. Then you divide both sides by 2.31 to get our H. So it will be 50 over 2.31. Then we get 21.645. So therefore our CM, the height, is 21.645. Good. So let's move on to, we have another question, the same distance and length. We have to calculate the height. In this question, it's also a right angle triangle. This one, we have distance between S and Q is 100 meters. The angle here is 38 degrees. So first, let PS equal to X. So PX equal to X. Then therefore PQ, the total of this here, will be X plus 100. So PQ is X plus 100. Then we have it here. Then we are using one side of the triangle. We are using this side. We are using triangle PRS. So you see that the angle is here, is facing the H. So h is opposite. Then we are looking for x here. So to be tan 38 is equal to h over x. Then multiply both sides by x. So to be s tan 38 is equal to h. Then it will give us 0.781x equal to h. Then name it equation 1. Good. So then we come to another side using triangle PQR. PQR. The angle is 22. It's still facing the height, which is the opposite. Now the adjacent will be x plus 100. So tan 22 is equal to h over x plus 100. So you multiply both sides by s plus 100. So we get s plus 100 times tan 22 is equal to our h. Then you multiply it. Tan 22 times x is 0.404x. Tan 22 times 100 is 40.4 h. Equation 2. Okay, let's see. Therefore, equation 1 should be equated to equation 2. So equation 1 is 0.781x. Equation 2 is 0.404x plus 40.4. Grouping like terms, 0.781, and this one will now cross here to become negative, so to be minus 0.404x equal to 40.4. So if you take the difference, you get 0.377x equal to 40.4. Dividing both sides by 0.377, you get s is equal to 40.4 over 0.377, and we get 107.161. By h is equal to 0.781x. So we have gotten x. So you just do substitution into this one here. So you get 0.781 times 107.161. So our height now is 83.693, approximate 84 meters. Okay, so we are looking at algebra in trigonometry, how we can solve questions in a form of algebraic expression. Let's move straight to the question. Given that sin x is equal to 3 over 5, we are to evaluate a cos x plus tan x. Then b is 2 sin x plus 3 cos x over 3 plus tan x. So let's look at our solution. So we have been given sin x, which is 3 over 5, and we know that sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So we draw a right angle triangle A, B, C. Then you label it according to the one given to us, the sine, whether it's cos tan, and sine is 3 over 5. Opposite is 3, hypotenuse is 5. So you put any letter here, any symbol here. So one facing here is 3, then hypotenuse is 5. So you have to look for this side, so you label it y. So using Pythagoras theorem here, hypotenuse square, which is 5 square, is equal to opposite square 3 square plus adjacent square y square. So 5 square is 25, 3 square is 9, y square. So to be 25 minus 9, because this 9 will move to this side, is equal to y square. So 16, 25 minus y is 16 is equal to y square. If we find both sides, we are going to get y is equal to 4. It's equal to 4. So you put here 4. Then you find the ratio for this question, the ratios. So cos x is 4 over 5, because it's adjacent, which is 4, over hypotenuse, which is 5. Then tan x is opposite, which is 3, over adjacent 4. So we have 3 over 4. Then sin x has already been given in the question, which is 3/5. So our question is cos x plus tan x. So cos x is 4/5. Then you put it down. Then tan x is 3/4. Then you write it here. Write it there. Then find LCM of the denominator 5 and 4, which is 20. So 4 goes 20 to be 5 going to 20 to be 4. 4 times 4 to give us 16. Then 4 goes into 25. 3 times 5 to give us 15. So 16 plus 15/20. Then we get 31/20. Then the B, we have to find 2 sin x plus 3 cos x plus 3 plus over 3 plus tan x. So do substitution. 2 times sin x is 3/5. Then write it. 3 cos s is 4/5 plus over 3 plus tan x. Then write it. Then we saw the top. 2 times 3 to be 6/5. 3 times 4/5 to be 12/5. Then when you solve this to be 3 times 4 plus 3/4, so you get 18/5 over 15/4. Then you write it in division. 18/5 divided by 15/4. Then get 18/5 times 4/15. Then the final answer will be 72/75. Okay, well, let's look at another question in the form of equation, algebraic equation, or in a trigonometry. So when we have a question, we are asked to find the value of x in 4 sin bracket close x minus 30 degrees is equal to 3. So let's look at our solution. When we have 4 sin x minus 30 degrees bracket close is equal to 3. First, divide both sides by 4. So divide both sides by 4. So you get sin x minus 30 degrees is equal to 3/4. Then you find sine inverse of both sides. So you get x minus 30 degrees is equal to sine inverse of 3/4. So x minus 30 degrees is equal to the sine inverse of 3/4 is 48.59, which is 49. The first bit 49. So x minus 30 degrees is equal to 49. Then the 49, the 30 will cross to this side. So x will be equal to 49 plus 30. Then x will give us 79 degrees. So anytime you are given a question like that, that is how you should. Okay, so we are now looking at applications of trigonometry. Precisely, we are looking at angle of elevation and depression. So when you say angle of elevation, it is the angle which is formed between the I point or the V point of an observer and the ground. So always we indicate the angle of elevation here. This is the angle of elevation. And the angle of depression, you take it like the angle which is formed on top as someone viewing something from a top to the down of an object. So when somebody is on top here and viewing something here, the angle that will be formed here. But one interesting thing is what? The angle of elevation should be equal to angle of depression. So whatever you get here, it is the same as this. So that's why beta is equal to theta. Angle of elevation equals depression. So in examination, when you are given angle of depression, take it to be elevation, then you solve it, because you cannot use the angle of depression to solve questions. So you take it to be elevation. So but you have to draw it like this. So always you sketch first before you can use the trig ratios to solve them. So we have work example on the angle of elevation and depression, the application of trigonometry. So let's look at this question. The question starts: a man 1.8 meters high observes that the angle of elevation of a top of a pole to where he is standing to be 30 degrees. Another man also finds out that the angle of depression of the same pole is 60 degrees from where he is standing. If the distance between the two men is 100 meters, assuming they are of the same height, calculate the height of the pole. So the solution: first you draw. As you take the pole, will represent the vertical distance, which is MC. So the first man will be at A. The eye contact is here. Will observe the top of the pole, will make the angle of elevation of 30 degrees. Another man will be standing at B. The eye contact position will observe the top of the pole and make an angle of elevation of 60 degrees. But note that their height is 1.8. You include it there. So what you do is that you indicate AM as X, then MB as Y. Okay, so let's go on and solve the question. So first, using triangle, the first side of triangle ACM, so triangle ACM, and the height is CM, we indicate it. AM is X, and the angle there is 30 degrees. So we are looking at for H, so it's opposite, then X is what? Adjacent. So tan 30 is equal to H over X. Then multiply through by X, so you get S tan 30 is equal to H. So tan 30 will be 0.052, X is equal to H. Then we are looking for X divided by the number behind S, which is 0.052. Then it will be H over 0.52. You divide the 0.1 divided by 0.052H will give us 1.923H. You label here as equation 1. Then move to the other side of the triangle using triangle MCB. The same height is here, but MB is Y, and the angle here is 60. Opposite angle is H, so here is adjacent. Tan 60 is H over Y. We cross multiply, we will get Y tan 60 is equal to H. Then divide both sides by tan 60, so we get H over tan 60. So Y will be equal to 1 over tan 60H. So Y is equal to 0.577H. Then label that one equation 2. But we have a condition: X plus Y is equal to 100. So X is 1.923H. Then Y is 0.577H. It's equal to 100. So if you add 1.923 plus 0.577, you get 2.5H. It's equal to 100. So 2.5 divided by number behind the H, 2.5 H over 2.5, 100 over 2.5. Then get 40. So the H will be 40 meters. You get H to 40. But the actual height of the pole include the height of the men. So it will be 40 plus 1.8, then get 41.8 meters to be the actual height of the pole. Okay, we are still under the application of trig. Angle of elevation and depression. So let's look at this question. In the diagram, WX and YZ are two towers standing adjacent to each other. So this is WX, YZ, they are towers, so they are facing each other, that is adjacent. The angle of elevation of Y from W is 22, so of Y from W, so this is the line, is 22 degrees. And the angle of depression of Z from W is 36 degrees. So this is the line angle of depression of Z is 36 from W, 36 degrees. Since the angle of elevation here is the same as the angle of depression here is same as elevation, then you break it here. So to project a line here, then you draw a line so that we can do calculation up to this point. So it's given that the height of WX here is 32 meters. We have to find the horizontal distance between the two towers, which is X, Y. Then we have to find the height of YZ, and we have to find the angle of depression of X from Y, of S from Y. Okay, so let's start solving the question. So we will start with using parts and parcels of the triangle diagram drawn. So first A, using triangle X, W, Y. X, W, Y. We know that WX is 32 meters. Then the angle at Y is 22 degrees. So we are looking for X, Y. But the one facing the opposite is 32. So opposite adjacent, we use tan. So tan 22 is equal to 32 over XY. Then we multiply through by XY, so it will be XY tan 22 is equal to 32. So then divide both sides by tan 22, so XY tan 22 over tan 22 is equal to 32 over tan 22. So tan 22 is 0.4040, so to be 32 over 0.4040, so we get 79.208. So the distance between the two cribs, the two towers rather is 79.208 meters. Okay, so let's continue with the B part. So the B, we still use part of the diagram. So using triangle XWY, XWY. So XY is 79.208, the one that we have calculated. The angle is 22. Is facing the 32, which is the opposite. So we use cos, because we are finding WY, which is hypotenuse. So cos 22 is equal to 79.208 over WY. So we divide both sides or multiply both sides by WY. So we get WY cos 22 is equal to 79.208. So then we divide both sides by cos 22. So WY cos 22 over cos 22, which is 79.208 over cos 22. So WY will give us 85.429 meters. So let's. So also we know that using triangle WYM, which is WYM, we know that here too is 22 degrees, is facing YM, which is opposite. WY is 85.429, the one that we have calculated. So we use sign opposite. We are looking for WY we are finding my. So opposite over hypotenuse. So sine 22 is equal to opposite, which is my, over 85.429. So 85.429 sine 22 is equal to 32. So my is 32 meters. Again, using triangle WMZ. So that one, the angle here is 32 facing MZ, facing MZ. So you arrange it, tan 36 is MZ over 32. So to be 32 tan 36, which is MZ, is equal to 23.249 meters. But YZ, which is the length of the longest tower, is MY plus MZ. MY plus MZ. So YZ is equal to 32 plus 23.249, which is 55.249 meters. We are starting the C. With the C, we have to find the angle of depression. The angle of depression. So what we do is that using triangle XYZ, XY is 70.208, then YZ is 55.249 meters. So using that, the angle of depression from Z to X will be formed here, and since the angle of depression is equal to the elevation, you indicate it here. So it's facing 55.249. So tan theta is 55.249 over 70.208. So theta is tan inverse of 55.249 over 70.208. So tan inverse of 0.789 will give us theta to be 38.208, which is approximately 38 degrees. So the angle of depression is 38 degrees. Okay, so let's take another question under elevation, angle of elevation and depression. So read the question. The question read as: a ladder 80 meters long leans against a vertical wall and makes an angle of 30 degrees with the foot of the ground C. The ladder strips 4 meters from the top of the wall to B to M, from B to N, then backwards at the foot of the foot of C to D. Calculate the height of the wall, the angle the ladder makes with the foot and the ground after slipping, the distance the ladder moves away from the original position. So we sketch, this is the wall AM. The ladder first position is here, which is the BC, is 80 meters. Then it slips to M, then 4 meters. When it slips, it will go backwards from C to D. The angle, the new angle it makes at D is theta. The angle at the original position is 30 degrees. Note that the length of the ladder remain the same, which is 18 meters. So A, we have to find the height of the wall, and know that the ladder, using triangle ABC, the ladder strips 4 meters. So we have A, B, C. The ladder strips 4 meters. and from where it's remaining we label it x. The total distance AB will be 4 plus x. The length of the ladder is 18 meters, so the angle is 30 degrees. So if you look at this, we are looking for the height x, so we use sine, which is opposite over hypotenuse. So sine 30 is 4 plus x over 18. So 18 sine 30 is equal to 4 plus x. So 18 sine 30 is 9 plus is equal to 4 plus x. So the 4 will now move to this side to be 9 minus 4 is equal to x. So x is 5. So the height of the wall itself it to be 5 plus 4, which is 9 meters. So the height of the wall is okay. So let's move on to B. B is saying that we have to find the new angle the ladder makes after slipping. So using triangle AMD, so we know that the length of the ladder is still 18, then the height is 5 now, so we are finding is theta, the angle. So still we have opposite because this is facing the angle opposite, then the hypotenuse. So sine theta is 5, which is opposite over 18 hypotenuse. So theta will be sine inverse of 5 over 18, which is sine inverse of 0.2778. So theta is 16.127, approximately 16 degrees. So the new angle the ladder makes after slipping is 16 degrees. Let's move on to the C. C2, using triangle ABC. So ABC. So we have the same length, 18 meters. So cos 30 is equal to AC over 18. So 18 cos 30 is AC. So AC is 15.589, approximately 16 meters. So here is 16 meters now. Let's continue. Also, we can identify that we need to move on to get the exact thing that we find. Also, using triangle AMD, we know that the length after slipping plus the actual length of it will be 16 plus y. Then the length of the ladder is still 18, the height is 5. We can use Pythagoras theorem or trig, and the angle is 16. So cos 16, because we are looking for this side, then we have hypotenuse, so we use cos adjacent hypotenuse. So cos 16 is 16 plus y over 18. So you do cross multiplication, this one multiply here, this 18 go and multiply 18 cos 16 is 16 plus y. 18 cos 16 is 17.303 is equal to 16 plus y. Then the 16 will move to this side to be 17.303 minus 16 will give us the y. So y is equal to 1.303 meters. Y is 1.303 meters. So the distance the ladder slips backwards is 1.3 meters. Thank you. I hope you